water, noodles, and chicken flavoring. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect ramen noodles.
Itadakimasu!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Spicy Ramen Podcast, serving you some hot anime for the streets.
Straight out of Diamond Style Production.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Spicy Ramen Podcast. We got JP here.
Yo.
And we got Shaq here.
What's up, party people?
And of course, we are coming with our special. It is the Bowl of Winter, the Spicy Ice Festival. Yes, yes. For Christmas, we're going to do something a little bit different than our normal episodes that we have. But before we get into that, of course, we got to start it off right. JP, how was your week?
My week was dope. I'm out here grinding, working. Finally got a new job. I'm not going to go into specifics because I don't like people knowing all about too much what I do. But it's going to be a little bit better, similar to old overnight schedule that I had. And outside of that, training's been dope. Finally been able to get back in the gym every single day of the week, Sunday to Sunday. And that's how I like to live. And just being lucky to train with the people that I train with. Got to train with the drill, spar, all that with former UFC light heavyweight champ Lyoto Machida. Got Rodolfo Vieira, one of the best top 10 BJJ players ever. He's one of my main training partners. Huge, strong ass dude. You know, got a lot of other teammates too. It's like Phil Rowe, UFC fighter, good. I'm making my way up there. It's like, trust me, I'm going to get there, and it's not just get there. I'm going to get there, and I'm going to fuck people up, because I know I can. Putting in the work right now.
All I ask is if I be your hype man at one of your conferences, I just do ad-libs in the background as you're talking to people like, hell yeah, you already know what time it is. You already know.
Just let me get to the better's corner before you start fighting. That's it. I just need to get to the better's corner before you start fighting. That's all.
But be on the lookout, everybody, 2021. I'm coming heavy, and that sounded weird, but it doesn't matter. Not as weird as Aljamain. No, this dude Aljamain Sterling. He said, "I'm coming on that ass, boy." he had the worst, but
no guard,
right? But just be on the lookout for that. It's like if you've ever seen me fight, you know that I bring that shit, and I have opponents that are in the UFC that I've beaten before. I have opponents that I've also lost to, but I'm coming. What about you, Shaq?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Still fine. Been off the, finally on a break from the, military school training for a little bit. So, and then about a few weeks ago, if y'all know, a couple of y'all saw on Instagram, my awesome birthday had passed, you know what I'm saying? Finally hitting my 29 years of life in this place we call Earth and whatnot. Pretty appreciative. Thanks to everybody for the shout outs on Instagram.
B-Day.
You know what I'm saying?
Happy
I greatly
birthday.
appreciate it. Greatly appreciate everybody, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta make sure you guys stay dripped out like me. So, I gotta give a big shout out to Nami Wear, because they done dropped a really dope My Hero Academia clothing line for the holiday season. And they still got their Yu Yu Hakusho clothing line as well. Make sure you guys check it out. The dude's dropping like discounts on discounts almost every day just for some reason. Like if you stay on their social media, one day he'll just be like 15% off because of the song. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all check him out. Also, big shout out to the Anime T. Big shout out to our homie Skip at Blurred Over. You know what I'm saying? Out there doing they thing. Also, big shout out to Sango Sims, aka the Big Saiyan, one of the representatives for Just Saying Gear, because y'all know I love the word Just Saying Gear with the most. You know what I'm saying? Because they stay with the fresh athletic gear, and they just came out with some new athletic anime face mask also, and they also came out with a Fire Force clothing line in celebration of the ending of season 2, which was dope. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all check that out. And then homie to Blurred Official, because I know they got the little holiday stuff going on with their gear. And then my homie Denzel Draws, a famous Blurred cosplay artist who does a lot of art illustrations of people's cosplays. Does an amazing job. His birthday was this month also, so shout out to the Sagittarius homie and all that good stuff. I know I've said last time that I've been a little bit off on the Red Cup convos, but that's just due to military obligation, guys. And I thank you all for your understanding. That, you know, I gotta get the work done so they can be able to pay for the alcohol I buy for these sessions. So, but we're gonna get back to it, y'all. I promise y'all, we're gonna get back to it soon as a couple of this workout cools down. We got y'all, but we're gonna keep this thing rolling. I appreciate y'all. Cups up.
Yeah, and I think that's a good segue to what I have coming up this week. I am officially done with school. Come this Friday, so I am super, super, super amped. I have one class left that they're trying to force me to take. I don't want to take it. We're in debates of either they just give me my degree or they're making me play to play, which is okay. I mean, if it's one class, cool. And I have a huge interview I'm coming up for this Monday. So y'all pray for me. Hopefully we get it. Hopefully by the time y'all listen to this recording, I would have already gotten the position. But yes, I am super excited to where things are going. With me not being in school, just like Shaq had said, we are going to be doing a lot more live streaming. For those who came and hung out with us when we did Among Us this past Friday.
And I served some L's.
Yeah, again, from the comment section, yes, I did play a little trash because I wanted the other people to notice the obvious things that I was noticing, i.e. one person says, y'all don't close doors when y'all imposter. Next round, doors are constantly being closed. Like, there was just some obvious things that I wanted people to see that they wasn't seeing. I'm going to get off my tangent in a second, but I was highly upset. But for the people who are listening to this, if you want to participate, there will be a Discord link inside the description of this episode. Please join our Discord. Let us know if you are good players or if you want to become a good player or anything like that. Rather it be Pokemon, what game we ever mention on here, or Among Us. We are always looking for people to participate. We have a whole gaming channel inside of our Discord that we are looking for people to tell us, hey, do y'all play this game? And seeing if we could stream it. Because come 2021, I am trying to either stream every other day or every day either a different game or a manga release based on what I'm reading. So feel free to come hang out with us, talk to us, let us know anything that you have coming up. As a fan, what you appreciate about our podcast, or last but certainly definitely not least, things that we can do to improve. If you have any questions like, hey, y'all don't talk about this at all, y'all don't talk about this, i.e. Afro Samurai in months, what's been going on, like, please feel free to comment and let us know. But getting into the episode, our great special that we have coming up, it is the Bowl of Winter, as I stated. And with this Bowl of Winter, we wanted to give a spicy competition of who would be the best ice sculptor out of the characters that we are calling out. I have an A team. If it was basketball, this would be first team All NBA when it comes to ice sculpting. But I'm gonna let them get a chance to see what characters they have on their list, and hopefully we can see who would win out. But let's start it off. JP, what's your number one character?
All right, so my first character is Toshido Hitsugaya from Bleach.
I despise you for that choice.
Hey, that nigga makes dragons out of ice. You know that nigga gonna win. It's like,
That nigga legit.
It's like, let's not even bullshit. We already know that he gonna just be out there. He gonna be all stale because you know he kind of stank and stoic and all that shit. And he just gonna, all right, let's go ahead and show everybody. I'm gonna pull out the ice wings, and then he's gonna have the ice. You know how he has the ice going on his arm from the sheet, from the sword, and he gonna put out that dragon. What's the dragon called? I forgot what the
Hyonin Maru.
There we go. And it's like you already know that's gonna wow everybody. He could, and he gonna walk up with the drip. He just gonna walk up cool. He's like, my name is Toshiro Hitsugaya, and this is my ice sculpture. Boom. He's just gonna say Bankai.
So fun fact, because I'd always do this every episode. So fun fact about Toshiro Hitsugaya. Today's recording, which is December 20th, is actually his birthday, because Shonen Jump gives anime characters birthdays, and today is actually his birthday. That's why I wanted to mention him, but hey, I'm going to let you have it.
Are we giving happy B-Day to the adult or to the child, Toshiro? I don't know.
Either way, he a motherfucking beast. Him and Hyonin Maru. Mm-hmm. One of the dopest ice weapons in anime, in my opinion.
For sure. Like, that junk is beast. And then,
I mean, yes, he's the top one, but he's not the top. But I appreciate it.
You always gotta do some petty shit, like.
I would think like a funny. He's LeBron. So, I'll give him LeBron. He's not MJ, but he's LeBron.
Okay, all right.
How are we getting into the LeBron and MJ talk? What is wrong with?
Because he always wants to bring up something random. Oh my god! But I think like a good way, like. What would be funny, because like it normally happens in the anime and in the manga too, to his lieutenant Rangiku would probably drag him into the competition and be like, listen, this is an ice thing. This is all you can do it. And he's just refusing to do it for like a good 5-10 minutes. And then Rangiku's just like, well, you know what? Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Because Momo's watching, you should do it. You make her happy. Because that's fucking important in the storyline for some reason.
That's all you fucking care about, you little simp.
and he just looks at her like, you know what? I hate that you mention it, but you're right. And then just does it and then walks away like, all right, whatever. It would be her, or it would be Ichigo's one of Ichigo's sisters, Karin, the one that has black hair. Because I know that there's been a couple of side episodes where he interacts with her because they're kind of like the same age. Sort of, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Or at least they're illustrated to be like in the same age or maturity level. So like maybe like she shows up and says like, hey, I seen that you do ice stuff. You should totally do this competition. And just be like, no, go fuck yourself. And then just does it anyway. Just be like, I did this on my own whim, not because you asked.
And what about you, Shaq? What do you think is your number one character?
All right, so my pick. First off, before I start this pick, Justin, shut up. Don't say anything. Be quiet. I need you to let me have this. Be quiet, all right? Because you know where I'm going. My pick is Gray Fullbuster from Fairy Tail, the Ice Maker Mage. For those who are not familiar with the Fairy Tail anime, magic-based kind of anime, pretty dope. This character, Gray Fullbuster, is kind of like the rival character to the main character of the storyline, who is Natsu Dragneel, who's a fire dragon user, and he's an ice user, so it's, the whole yin-yang thing going on here. And his magical ability is called Ice Maker Magic, so pretty much with his abilities, he can like pretty much make anything, to like cages, any different type of weaponry, shoot vehicles probably if you wanted to. So I definitely think he would be the type to just like definitely come in with some finesse and some style and grace, because there have been a few side episodes in the series where like, he's finessed the crowd or his audience with some special type of ice magic. I can definitely see him doing that. Now, for as good as he is an ice maker, I will mention a few habits that he has, which kind of goes into like how he learned how to learn ice magic was from a older woman who was an ice master. And like a part of his training to learn how to use ice magic, he had to get his body accumulated to the deepest of ice temperatures. So one of the things he had to do was like train in the mountains during the winter times with hardly any clothes on. So there's always that inside joke of him being like, "Oh, Gray, yeah, the ice stripper." He's not a stripper. He just majority does his ice magic without a shirt. Thus, he's kind of like that fan service to women. I would believe he would be the one, but I feel like he would be a little bit extra just for like comedy purposes. He would do a great job, but I feel like it would be in a silly, goofy manner to where it's like he comes out on the scene, he's on the stage, getting ready to do it, and just takes his clothes off and then starts making ice sculptures, and it's like, why did this motherfucker take his shirt off? And it's just kind of like, it's great. We really can't explain why he took his shirt off. Just know he does it.
Because that nigga got abs. When you got abs, you're going to take your shirt off. Because
yes.
That's what I do.
Give me like 2 more months and I'm gonna do the same thing. Give me like 2 more months because I got a cosplay together that's gonna be like, heck yeah, and I have to flex, but I have to have abs for this cosplay. So
my nigga feeling the pressure.
Well, I mean,
I am.
I will let you have that. I think that Gray would be good for this competition. I feel like he would definitely be able to make some fire stuff. I mean, he made a lot of stuff in the series that
was amazing.
Yeah, especially the ice hammers and stuff that he made. Like, I thought it was pretty dope. But
especially with the upgrade he gets later on in the series, which I'm not going to spoil too much about how he gets it. But if y'all know the series, y'all know the additional upgrade he gets on his ice magic. Yeah.
And for those who have never watched Fairy Tail,
Don't you do it. Don't you fucking do it.
Don't do it, Bloodbath.
Don't you fucking do it.
Don't do it, Bloodbath. Don't do it.
I was just going to say that he's one of the focal characters, so he definitely gets the boosts that the other 100 characters that they mention don't get. So I'm happy that at least out of the 4 main protagonists, he does get a boost.
And it's a dope one because, the only reason why I like Grateful Buster in the storyline because, and with me trying not to spoil it, but how he gets his upgrade is it has a dope story and meaning behind his upgrade. You know what I'm saying? It has a good story that closes out another part of his character development. So that's the one thing I appreciate about it. So if you haven't watched Fairy Tail, check it out. There are some episodes you can't skip, but I still say a dope anime altogether. Justin has his opinions, and we're not going to talk about those, because it's not about him. So keep going.
All right, and for my character, I think he, to me, is already doing this even without effort, and that is going to be my man Kuzan, also known as Akoji from One Piece. The man literally sculpts himself a bike to ride around with on oceans. If that ain't a drip,
he hit him with a skirt.
He flexed.
Imagine this whole contest is happening on an island, and he's running late, and all of a sudden he pulls up on his speed bike, sorry, I'm late. And he ice slides onto the stage with his bike and then decides to sculpt something. I think, hands down, there's no one, even with the Bankai, and I mean, my number 2 could probably, compete with him because they had whole armies made of it. But I really think that, hands down, this man is making the strongest, 1, appearance, 2, actual sculpting of something because he does it so effortlessly, and 3, no one is going to compete with him once he goes to argue over who won.
I'm gonna change your whole island.
Right. I will freeze this whole island.
Which is true. And he one of the few brothers in the contest, so we gotta root for him as well.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, for the culture off principle, you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. It's hit him with the Issa Rae. I'm rooting for everybody black, so it's there will be no bias in this competition, but I am rooting for everybody black. And if you don't know what that means, then you ain't gonna figure it out.
Right.
And what about you, JP? What's your second character?
All right. My second character is Yukina from Yu Yu Hakusho. Because This chick was crying and forming ice crystals. And I'm not going to go into detail about it, but those ice crystals were extremely wanted by a lot of people within the demon world in Yu Yu Hakusho. So if it's something that beautiful, I guarantee she can make something a little bit better. You gotta make her cry a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think the thing with like and I'm really interested in that choice too, because I think like with Yukina, because I know like they say in the storyline that she's an ice apparition, so she can, so like it gives you the assumption that like she can manipulate ice, because like first off, the whole island or country, whatever you want to call it, of the ice apparitions is like they're like completely in like really deep cold temperatures, but they're wearing like regular Japanese clothing, so like they're really accumulated to the deepest of cold temperatures and whatnot. So like she could probably like do something a little nice. I can see her just being the shy one, and Botan coming over and be like, "Come on, you can do it.
Exactly.
This is your thing. This is your specialty."
And you're gonna have Kuwabara out here hyping her the fuck up too.
Right.
Yeah. Only problem I have.
Come on, Yukina, you can do it.
Only issue I have with this one is she never actually did anything with ice.
She did.
She healed people.
No,
but I don't remember her doing like an actual ice move.
She did. When she was being held captive, Tarukane or whatever, she would always freeze the room. Like the room was frozen. So it's like she can do it, and she doesn't actually like, because of her personality, she's not into like using it to attack people. It's only
she's more of a pacifist.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like she has the abilities, she just chooses not to, which is why I chose her. The tears, she has the crystal ice tears, so that is something that she shows that she can make. But she has the manipulation over rooms. Yeah. So it's like, you know, if she really wanted, if she was more, I don't want to spoil this. If she was more like
her relative,
sibling, a relative, you would have seen some dope shit. But because she doesn't,
she probably use that. Cause I believe like when they introduced Toguro, the Toguro brothers in the episode, and like they walked in, she looked at him and did the same thing, and like the younger Toguro was just like, "Bitch, if you don't stop," she was like, "Oh shit!" Like that little ice shit ain't gonna work on me. I'm built different.
Well, I think, I mean, again, I feel like she would be a surprise contestant. Like it would be one of those where it's like, oh wow, like no, she did that.
Yeah, exactly. She'd be the dark horse of the whole little tournament, well, the ice festival. She would be the one where they'd be like, ain't nobody worried about this little girl who cry crystals, and then she going,
right.
It's like, oh, it's like that? And you know whenever someone's like, oh, it's like that, dog? She pretty much gonna do like the lean up when you playing video games. It's like, all right, time to get serious, and she gonna make some dope shit.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's a true. I don't know. You're making me consider my number 3 character to be changed, but go on, Shaq. What's your second character?
That's the point. I want to test you. Mr. knows everything, not knows everything, but touches on everything, and always got it. Well, you know, actually, it's like, I done challenged your thought process. That's all I needed.
Right. So I think Jessica's gonna be mad about my choice, because she's gonna be the first thing that comes to my mind now.
And I even hinted it. Oh, this is.
You want to take it? You want to take it?
No,
I'll do somebody else.
You got it.
No, you want to take it? I'll do somebody else.
No, you got it. It's cool.
All right, cool. So we're gonna go with which I think is like the Ice Queen, in anime wise, she is like the Ice Queen, and that is General Esdeath for Akame ga Kill, aka niggas die every day. So for those who do not know, Akame ga Kill is one of those nice, rare, short 12, 13 episode anime series about a mercenary group and them trying to overthrow a polluted and corrupted kingdom, kind of like that kind of anime trope. And one of the main antagonists of the, well, I don't say the main, but like one of the primary heavy hitter antagonists of the storyline is General Esdeath, who is known as the Queen of Ice and everything, because she has a special ability to manipulate ice. Now, first off, how she got this ability is insane by itself, because this is me putting on my professor hat, y'all, so give me a minute.
Attention class.
So,
my name is Sir Shaquille.
So, explaining how the weaponry of this anime works is that they have something called Imperial Arms, and the Imperial Arms are pretty much certain weapons that are based off a specific animal, which are called Danger Beast in the series, and hers was like one of the most rarest of all of them, which pretty much like, it's not like a particular weapon where it's like a sword made from like an animal's tooth or like some type of string that's made from like the fabric of a rare dragon, but hers was like the blood of an ice beast that was like rare and I think extinct by the time they got the blood extracted, and is in this little pot. And most of the people, and like one of the characters explains to Esdeath that like every man that has drunken a sip of the blood from this little pot or whatever end up going insane and killing themselves. Not just like the blood killing them, but the blood turning them insane and causing them to do suicide. So she gets told this. She gets told this, looks at him dead in his face, and not just takes the sips, but drinks the whole goddamn pot. First off, the bitch crazy.
Tell you why for some reason I was thinking something about her ice powers, and I was like, oh, this bitch just raw. I was like, Shaq was just giving testament to her rawness.
Right. I gotta do that before I go into like the ice powers by itself. I gotta explain like how the hell she got it first. Like, first off, how she got her powers was insane. And then like by the time she drunk the whole pot, she just tosses the pot to the side, stands there for a good 5 seconds, and like her mind is trying to get adjusted to the insanity that she's having. And as that's happening, she's just smiling. Like there's no, like, you know, like most time when like an anime character goes insane, they have like that weird shocking look where like their eyes are like larger than normal and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. No, she just has a nice calm collected smile and just starts laughing menacingly afterwards. Gets a little tattoo on her chest because, you know, fucking fan service. And then like she just starts wrecking shop. Like as she's introduced into the series, it shows like her had already conquered a country. And like her ice powers are so vast that like 40% of her army is regular people. The other 60% is ice sculptures that she made. It's ice soldiers that she made herself in a day. Like 60% of your entire army to take over a country were ice sculptures that she made herself in a day. Like that spoke volumes in the matter of mere minutes. So I can see Esdeath coming to the festival, showing up like, well, first off, before I conquer this country, I'm going to participate in your little festival. And then I'm going to conquer that. And then I'm going to conquer your entire country. So then it's like, do we let this bitch win to live? Or do we make sure she loses so she can possibly go away, but then cause a civil war in this motherfucker? I feel like it'd just be one of those like, I think it's one of those like, either way, if she gets upset, we're fucked. And then just starts making everything threatening.
Yeah, I knew from the jump that was going to be like, she's if not going to be the winner, she's going to be at least tied with the top 3 people. Like, I don't see anybody really messing with her outside of my character that I brought up.
I still got something in the bag.
You still got one. And then, fun fact about the 2 characters I mentioned in my list, that both Grey Fullbuster and Esdeath participate in one of the YouTube series that I've mentioned before, called Death Battle. They're I believe it was season 3 or season 4. But yes, there is actually an episode where where they talk about both Esdeath and Grey Fullbuster's abilities and how they got them within the storyline. So they always like to use canon abilities and then have them duke it out. So if y'all are ever curious about certain anime ice characters, those 2 are available to check out on YouTube. I don't get paid by Death Battle to say that. I just know I appreciate their work. And it was a really awesome episode, so I said check it out. And then one small tangent I'm doing for like a quick second. Their season finale for this year is going to come out this month. Is the Hulk versus Broly, which is going to be awesome.
You know, just because fine. It's like ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be one of our 1,000th tangents. After we said we're just going to go on a quick one.
That was my quick one. That was like literally like under a minute.
No. Because I'm about to jump in.
Uh-oh.
Broly versus Hulk. I don't understand how
so let me specify that is Dragon Ball Super Hulk, not Dragon Ball Z Hulk. I mean, Dragon Ball Super Broly, not Dragon Ball Z Broly.
Okay, yeah. It's still the same beast, just a different, just canon, and one isn't. But
yeah,
how the hell does that? Well, I mean, I guess for entertainment purposes, but it's like Broly can fly and leave the Earth and just all this stuff. It's like, spoiler alert for anybody who's a Marvel fan. Onslaught is a character that hasn't really been discussed all too much for a lot of. If you're big into Marvel, then you know who Onslaught is. But Onslaught slapped Hulk so hard he split Hulk from his body, like Bruce Banner and Hulk separated. Like that's how hard this nigga got slapped. So I'm like trying to figure out how the hell is Hulk supposed to even fight Broly? Like Broly, when I say it's like you can just destroy the planet. Like that's why I never understood people with the whole Dragon Ball Z stuff. Like have them fight the nigga can just destroy the planet. And if he really wants to, he'll destroy every planet in the galaxy.
Yeah, it's always hard to have those type of conversations with anyone, honestly, when it comes to DBZ characters, because they're planet busters.
Yeah. And it's like, people will be like, well, you have to think about it in relatively speaking, how this nigga Goku and Beerus, another spoiler, Goku and Beerus, when they were fighting, they're like, hey, yo, these guys gotta stop or they're gonna, like, destroy the universe. Wasn't it something like that? Like,
yeah, and destroy the planet.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like, bro, you can't fight these niggas. Thanos bitch slapped Hulk and got his ass scared to where he didn't even want to turn Hulk no more.
Well, I will say comic wise, so I think they're going to go more towards the comic Hulk. That there are a couple of feats that Hulk has done that's pretty like planet busting as well. And like I said, I'm not trying to add too much to the tangent because I know he also had a death battle versus what's the dude's name from DC? Damn it, Doomsday. It was a Hulk versus Doomsday, and they went like they had to like they scientifically proved how one beat the other. I'm not going to spoil that fight because that was actually a really good one. But Hulk like they've gone into really good detail about the stuff Hulk does, which is really dope. Some stuff I didn't even realize on like that deep molecular level on his ability. So I will say don't sleep. Now I'm with y'all on it because I'm a Dragon Ball fuck boy, but don't sleep on Hulk though. So I think it's gonna be real interesting.
Yeah, I'd watch it. My bad. I be getting in these modes where it's like, now how the fuck that's pretty much me. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I had a tangent off a tangent.
Right.
Niggas gotta be careful when they bring up side stuff because it's like, Lord knows. I think last season I did way worse. I always was missing what was going on. It's like, wait, what were we talking about? So far this season I've been straight. It's like, a nigga's been on it. We're only 3 episodes. Or 2 episodes.
2 episodes in. I've been good.
I got plenty of time to fuck it up, but.
Right. we gonna make it. We gonna make it through. We gonna make it through, y'all. I believe in ourselves. I believe in me. I don't know about Justin though.
Well, one character that now that I got to switch up my number 2, SDEF was definitely my number 2 character. Even when I talked about the army, like I know for a fact that she would be like God forsaken for anybody who was competing against her. Period. But a number 2 character, I think, if I had to switch it up, which kind of falls into the Yu Hakusho character that JP brought up, but I'm going to go with Rukia Kuchiki.
God
from
damn
Bleach.
it! You son of a bitch!
Yeah, Rukia Kuchiki from Bleach. I think it's because she's such a powerful ice user. I don't think it would be hard for her to be able to make different sculptures out of even using like her sleeves of the winter's white snow and her shikai. All of that is just, I think, testaments to what she would be able to do creative wise when it comes to creating a sculpture. She's not Esdeath in the sense of being able to create in mass, but in detail, in creativity, I think she might be able to win. Now, who is the judges? I don't know. Like,
this nigga Shaq.
the judges?
I hit him with a Trump. Wrong.
I mean, again, to me, Esdeath is like a number one character. I don't think, like, this would be, to me, if I'm having a secondary character, definitely she wouldn't be in that realm. You having Gray and Esdeath is like, who are you putting up first? And I think that's what we should do that. We should make like a actual like draft board of who would be like the first contestants of each group and seeing like what they could actually make in that group. Because if you put out Gray and JP puts out, who did you have first?
I said Toshiro Hitsugaya.
Toshiro.
Yeah, so if you did that, if y'all put out Toshio and you put out either Esdeath or Gray, I'm not putting out my number one character. I'm gonna put out. I'm going to play smart. I'm gonna let y'all burn that, and then I'm going.
You're gonna have
put
to put somebody out though. You can't just not participate.
No. I'm gonna put out Rukia, and then round 2, I'm putting out Kuzan.
He gonna throw his weaker one out there first.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, let y'all go, y'all, because it's really gonna be between y'all two, and then Rukia is gonna be like, "Well, I'm the only one who did this," and she may steal the round. If she steals that round, Kuzan's definitely winning the next one.
Wrong.
Okay. Kuzan's the only person I think that would not be afraid of Esdeath. Period.
I'll give you that.
He'll be like, yeah, that's cool and all, but you see that heart? Let me just freeze that. Your characters are ice? Oh, that's cute. Let me use your ice against you. Like, I don't see anybody, again, it would be a good competition though. It would definitely be a good competition. But who is your third character, JP? Because this third piece is what's going to be the win or loss for me.
His pride's on the line now. Look at him.
Yes.
He said pride is on the line. Now, before niggas start talking shit, y'all gonna have to listen to my reasoning behind this. Some people might be like, "Oh, why would you pick this person?" But it's like, just listen. My third character is Katara from Avatar.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
And you know festivals, they love having full moons and festivals and anime and shit. Let this festival be during a full moon. It's gonna be some big shit. And my reason for
a whole lot of gang shit.
And my reason for Katara is obviously she's a water bender, but with water bending you can do ice bending as well. And we've seen how strong of a character she is, and the fluidity. Yes, nigga, bring in the fluidity and stuff like that. Being able to
big
control
words, big
water.
dog.
What'd you say?
Said big words, big dog. Go ahead.
Being able to use water, so she doesn't have to strictly just do ice. she can use water to create something fluid and then freeze it. Boom. She's opening up her. She has different avenues that she can take with what she's going to create with the ice, and it's like she can generate or control lots of water. I would say she's able to control the clouds, pull moisture out of the clouds to create different like she created a skull or whatever like that. So it's like you give her some ice or just give her a little bit of water, I guarantee she can create the most extravagant sculpture out there. And I don't think anyone would be able to beat her in terms of creativity. Who gonna beat her in creativity? It's like Toshido, he's gonna just create a big ass dragon, destructive. These are people that are destroying things. All right, I'm going with art. Okay, A-R-T, all capitalized, art. This ain't a fight.
Yeah.
That's why I picked Yukina. I'm picking the people that's like they ain't the strongest out there. Well, Toshido's pretty fucking strong, but I just wanted to have one big person for some pizzazz, you know. But we're going for people that are actually going to create something that's like, wow, that is very impressive. Not just gets hyped up over some big. It's like, oh my god, you created a soldier. Nah,
hold on now.
Hey, no. I ain't talking shit. That is impressive. I ain't talking shit.
I'm just saying. I ain't talking shit.
I'm just saying. It's like
I know that Ez,
like gay pools is nice.
Hold on, I know
mine's is big. Is all I'm saying.
I know Esdeath will make weapons of ice mass destruction. I know that, but I still believe that like when she understands what the circumstances and the rules of engagement, using military terms, she will bring some artistic shit to the field. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
Katara has been
Her
shown to
form
be
of
an artiste.
creativity may not be.
No, I'm not lying to you on that
her
one.
form of. Yeah, she'll be creative. I just don't think it'll be creative like where the people looking at it would agree. Like she might make an ice sculpture of someone being hung. I don't know if that is going to be artistic. No, not at all. No, I could definitely see her making that with no problem. I don't know if that's going to be, the pull-in for the judges.
I believe it would be more so of like a knight holding like a nice stylish sword and shield. You know what I'm saying? With like a.
It's Esdeath. I'm sorry, she's gonna have somebody in chains. That's her get off.
No,
is somebody in chains.
No, that's her get off because she does it herself barehanded. I'm talking about like when she uses ice, she creates. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of stuff she likes to do barehanded, raw, if you will.
Yeah, and I think, and again, it really depends on the judges, because if the judges say, show me something of amazing art, what do you think Esdeath is going to make?
Death, kill,
it's either going to be a weapon.
Murder.
It's either going to be a weapon or like a it's either going to be a weapon, a castle, or knights, or a style of knight.
Castle? She doesn't believe in castles.
She is more than capable of creating a freaking castle.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying her talent. The reason why I wanted her number 2, her talent would be there. I just don't know if we would be able to convince her to not make like a whole bunch of warriors as her art, or making the main protagonist of that show do something with the ice. If you watch the show, you would understand. But yeah, no, I don't see her doing anything outside of that.
I'm still on the math for that, but I'll let you have it because I ain't gonna stress this episode too long. But you stressing it?
Yeah, exactly. But what about you, Shaq? What's your number 3?
So, I have to give this one some thought because I had an old school one I wanted to bring to the table. But as far as like my third one being like the artistic one, like the really artistic one, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna hold y'all, but I am gonna bring up my other person as like a fourth honorable mention and a special guest. Hold on, let me go back on my list again. I had to click out of it. But my third one, I'm gonna have to go back to the same show as my first one because I feel like I feel like he's more the artistic one than Gray. Justin, be quiet. But my third one, I'm gonna go back to Fairy Tail on this one with Leon Vazista. He's who is portrayed as the rival, the childhood rival to Gray Footbuster. He was also an ice student to the main teacher in the storyline. And wow, Gray does a lot of weapons and items and accessories. Leon does more of like mythical and actual creatures and beings as well. So I feel like he would be more like I feel like he would have the same amount of artistic as far as his ice sculpting, and he can do like fucking butterflies, cats, dogs, lions, tigers, bears, all that. I was gonna say oh my, but I don't want to feel like doing that cliche. But still, I feel like Leon would definitely be able to bring that artistic value. He does have that other habit, but he doesn't do it as often as Gray does. But he still is one of those. He's also still one of those like fan service characters of the show, especially when him and Gray do like tag team stuff. So I definitely think I wanted to use somebody else, but I feel like I would lose. I don't think no one knows too much about the other character I wanted to add. But so I just I'm just going to bring up Leon Vastia. Hold on. Leon Vastia. There it is. Leon Vastia from Fairy Tail.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's going to be probably the most artistic one out of your group, period. I don't see anybody else that would actually be even close to the artistic ability that he has.
That's what I'm saying. Like I first wanted to put him over Gray, but Gray's abilities surpassed him later on in the story, in a sense. But but artistic wise, I will say Leon does take it with some type of, because he has his own personal finesse that's unique from Gray. Like they show that like he has his own style of ice abilities from Gray. So that's why I had to go ahead and put him third, because like my other choice was like a old school, which I don't even think you guys know. I'd be surprised if y'all did, but I'm gonna mention him later.
Was it gonna be a Shaman King something?
Nah, I'm gonna leave him alone because I'm waiting for the Shaman King remake of 2021 in April before I bring him back up, because it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be lit. Claiming it once again, Shaman King 2021. Let's get it. All right, go.
All right. Well, my last character, which I feel as though is a cheat that y'all let me get him, but I ain't gonna hold y'all. I feel like y'all don't know him, so that's okay. I am going to go with Judar from Magi.
Ooh, you motherfucker. You know what? He was actually one of my honorable mentions. I was going to leave because okay, no, go ahead. Explain yourself before I jump in.
Yes.
Explain yourself before I jump in.
Again, for the people who don't know who Judar is, he is a magician that is in direct connection with magic. He is one of the chosen people who have the ability to connect with the spatial beings or spirit beings that is around the world. They call him Ruch, but that I'm not trying to get into all of the details of it. But he does ice magic.
Well, he does
the biggest.
He does various magic, but he prefers ice.
Yes. The reason why I would use him is because he can create with magic anything that he honestly wants. Anything that comes to mind, he can do. And honestly, I think out of everybody, he would be the one to be like, well, I can do what everybody did and combined it and put it into like a tree of contestants. And I feel like out of everybody, he would be the one to come up with something like that and do it in a menacing way.
So,
but
I was gonna say, so the reason why I didn't mention Judar is because I feel like so the best way I can explain to the audience who Judar is kind of as a character, he's kind of like Whis from Dragon Ball, but an asshole.
Yeah.
But he's like Whis, cause like he's not like the main villain, but he's always like that side, he's like that character's on the side when the main villain is introduced, just to be like, oh yeah, he's here, he's doing this thing, blah blah blah. I'm gonna leave y'all to it, cause I don't give a fuck. Goodbye. Like, he's literally the Whis in the Magi series, but he's an asshole, and good gracious, like, frustrating. But yes.
Yeah. Again, he's one of those people where I kind of put inside of the death conversation, because you don't know what type of person you're going to get. And if he's on one of his tangents, for, trying to show how powerful he is as a ice wizard, he is going to win without a problem. But if you get the other side of him, like what Shaq was talking about, he might not even compete.
Yeah. So like it's like a flip of a coin.
Like it's too beneath him. Yeah.
It might get to a point to where like he might get annoyed, or like it might not be as interesting to him to even compete. Like, it has to be something there in the competition, or someone there in the competition, to pique his interest in order for him to do that. And once again, just a reminder for folks who have not seen the Magi series, you can catch it out. You can check it out on Netflix. It's one of those rare gems of Netflix that they have. So make sure you guys check it out this holiday season if you got time to binge.
Yeah, I need to binge something new.
Yep.
Oh yeah, so like and also before we go on, Magi's kind of like Bleach, but like in the Middle East, and magic.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah.
I fucks.
There's such a hidden layer that you got to find it, that you got to see.
Yeah. So I definitely recommend it.
All right, but is there any honorable mentions that we want to get out before we wrap things up?
Well, I had 3, but I got 2 now.
I ain't got none. I mean, I got some, but they ain't really ice. It's like crystal.
Well, shout out to Shoto Todoroki. That is my one honorable mention. I know he would probably be good if he was ever, drafted in.
So I don't think he would be. I don't think he would be anything, because he hasn't fully controlled his ice in the form of making. His ice attacks are big. I mean, if we're going off the show, his ice attacks are big and powerful, but he ain't really at that level
sculpting anything.
Yeah.
I think. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and if we're doing honorable mentions and I can't get out of this, I'm gonna say hockey. I said hockey. Haku.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was about to mention. Like, you're not gonna mention it. I was thinking that
One Piece. What are you talking about? One Piece? Shaq about to be like, here we go again. We can't get away from this shit. But
no, I was gonna leave that. I was actually gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, I was gonna say Haku, I think, would be one, and then mentioned him before in a past life, Isaac McDougall from Full Metal Alchemist.
Yep, that was it. That was only 2 I had.
Well, haha, Justin. I took your shit.
Took your shit. Took it from him. Ran off on the plug twice.
Carried it.
Well, no, my 2 honorable mentions are both old school anime characters. And yes, as a matter of fact, since Justin brought it up earlier, I'm going to bring him up. Horo from Shaman King. English dub name was Trey Racer. He's one of the he's part of the primary cast of the Shaman King crew. He's the ice user. His spirit, his guardian ghost, if you will, is a Minutian, which is a nature spirit, which is like the spirit of ice, and he uses him for like multiple situations. And he actually comes in clutch in the old school series, on using his ice abilities to help the cast get out of trouble, get out of certain situations where like his ice abilities are useful. And then he also has a younger sister. I believe in the manga they mentioned she can use ice, but she doesn't really do anything in the anime. But I think they're gonna like kind of do a different spin on his character a little bit, not too much once the actual anime comes, because they're gonna get the they're gonna get a Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood treatment, and they're gonna remake the anime just like the manga. It's just gonna be dope. I'm gonna just rephrase that again before I go to my next character. So, my next character also he's even farther old school than my first one. This one, I would be surprised if anybody knows who I'm talking about. But this one is Singis Hyoga from the Saint Seiya series. Did I lose y'all on that one? Am I too far gone?
Yep.
Not really. You're on the ledge.
JP was like, yeah, I have no clue who that is. But yeah, so for all my old school folk, Saint Seiya.
It was like 1980.
Yes.
So
yes, Singis Hyoga is one of the a part of the Saint Seiya series. Really, one of the series that was like a part of like the old school 80s. I would say, in my opinion, one of the 80s big three before the big three became a thing. But yeah, Singis Hyoga. The ice user of the group for the Saint Seiya cast. He's like one of the Knights of the Zodiac that he grew up in Russia and everything, and then later on gets taught by the Aquarius Gold Knight how to manipulate ice in multiple ways. And like the dude, like for a dark part of his character, like his mother, who died in a boat accident, is buried under the sea in the North Pole, in the same boat, and like he left her there, and every year on her birthday he swims to the bottom of that I think say ocean or whatever that's in the North Atlantic, by the way, which is cold as shit. Goes there and delivers flowers, and like stays down there for a minute just to reflect. First off, that's fucking insane. That's too many conditions of cold to deal with. And then he has his signature ability called the Diamond Dust and all that good stuff. And then being able to be the predecessor of the Aquarius Gold Knight, who is also a master ice user of the story. I believe he's kind of like the standoffish to himself. He doesn't say too much in the story, but I feel like he would be the type to be like, all right, cool. This is a festival. Sounds dope. Guess I'll do something about it. And the rest of the cast would kind of hype him up. The main character, Seiya, would be like, yo, you got this. This is you. This is your thing, man. You can fucking do it. You can do it, bro. I'm like, yeah, I guess. I'll give it a try. And probably cause he's a mama's boy, he'd probably do like a nice little ice sculpture of his mother. You know what I'm saying? Looking all nice and majestic and all that good stuff. Or he would do a statue of Athena. Cause, in the storyline, all the saints or warriors of Athena and stuff like that. So I feel like he would go one or two ways, or actually do like a sculpture of his constellation, which is the swan, for those who are unaware. Which I think he would also be a good. Cause I was going to use him over Leon, but like I said, he's too old school. I don't think too many people would get him. So that's why I wanted to make sure he was my honorable mention. But I would prefer him over Leon, in my opinion, though. So I definitely believe he would be one of those really artistic ones too. I think he would bring a sense of elegance and beauty to his
and
ice,
if you wanted
sculpture.
to take a look or see who this person that Shaq is talking about, it is on Netflix again. So please check out Netflix.
Yeah, it is the original series, not the 3D one that Netflix did that kind of freaking toss shit in the air. Take the original 1980s. Yes. The old school anime is on there. It's on Netflix. Make sure you guys check it out. It's really dope.
Right. And to wrap things up, I know this is one of those things where you might have to do a command, but I know for a fact it would, regardless if it's a female or not, destroy any of the competition, and that would be Lapras from Pokemon. I know that is a weird.
Nah, bro. Off rip, it'd be Jinx. It'd be Jinx, bro. I don't even know why you just said that. It'd be Jinx off rip.
But that has been the episode. Please feel free to put in the comment section any people that we have left out. I'll always put that in the details, but make sure that you put that in there. Any comments would be mentioned in our live session that we have coming up. So make sure if you want to be a part of the show, if you want to be detailed or shout it out, this is the best way to do it. Please leave a comment or something that explains either characters that we've forgotten or people that you feel like that aren't even ice users, that you feel like would be awesome in this competition. Is there anything that everyone wanted to do? I know Shaq, you had something.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to once again appreciate you guys for everything you guys do and all that good stuff. Please continue to stay tuned for a lot of the stuff we have going on for the podcast. We're going to try and amp up our streaming. I know Justin's going to try to amp up the live streams for video games, stuff like that. Make sure you check us out on all the different platforms when we do Among Us and stuff like that. We appreciate everyone who hopped on to check us out. If you want to hop on the Discord, please make sure to directly message us on our social media, not on our personal ones, but on the podcast ones, so we can make sure that we know directly that you want to go onto the Spice Roman Podcast Discord, so that way you can get all the updates, all the news, and then just get in just a normal chat with us outside of the podcast. So we do have some dope discussions on the Discord as well, and we still have a lot more things that we're doing in the works in the background to get you guys hyped up for going into 2021. We know 2020 was crazy, but we hope everyone's been taking advantage of it in some way, and people having time to do things they got to do, because we definitely have been trying here as well. And just stay tuned. Also, I just realized. Also, I just realized I had to do it one time for my Digimon fans. Shout out to Kumamon, the warrior Digimon of Ice. I just forgot that. I feel bad now. All right, I'm good. All right, I'm good now.
Just want to say thank you again for listening to us. This is the Spicy Ramen Podcast. You can follow us or share, like, subscribe at Facebook, Instagram, and or Twitter. Our hook line or @ is Spicy Ramen Podcast. Again, thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Peace.